Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci Mane LaFleur, won't you tell me city sight chase? When I hit the mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Don't get your camera phone on, it's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. Verse 2, every time. Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci Mane LaFleur, won't you tell me city sight chase? When I hit the mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Don't get your camera phone on, it's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. Verse 2, every time. Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci Mane LaFleur, won't you tell me city sight chase? When I hit the mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Don't get your camera phone on, it's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. Verse 2, every time. Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci Mane LaFleur, won't you tell me city sight chase? When I hit the mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Don't get your camera phone on, it's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. Verse 2, every time. Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci Mane LaFleur, won't you tell me city sight chase? When I hit the mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Don't get your camera phone on, it's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot, girl. Verse 2, every time.
Hey y'all.
Hey, welcome to another episode with Courageous Crowns. Tonight we are talking about friendship boundaries. We cool, but there are limits to this. Of course, I'm the Brooklyn Baldy, and we have
Now, Bad Baldy.
right.
Bull Baddie.
You been drinking?
Water.
Oh,
Just a little water. Just a little water.
Thank y'all again for the support, the likes, the shares, the follows. We here again sitting in our favorite spot for another episode. So we're gonna get it going. Friendship boundaries. Drop a comment, let us know you there, say hello, whatever you want to do. If you want to join us in the conversation, we'll bring you on the stage. Again, we appreciate the love, the support, the like, the shares, the follows.
Yes, please don't forget to like on your way in, please, and raise your hand, say hello.
Not raise your hand.
Say hello so we know you are here. Okay. We good. How's everybody's day going? It's Thursday. I'm so happy tomorrow's Friday. I like Fridays. I love Fridays, actually.
I love Saturdays.
You know
Okay,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
back. I'm back.
I love Fridays. I love Fridays. I love the weekends. Hey, Ree.
Hi, Riri. Thank you. Ree, did we tell Tiana about this? I feel like she need to be up here.
Where's Tiana?
Yeah.
Is she good? I'm about to call her. Girl, where you at? Pull out. I'm gonna put on speaker.
Why were you on the live?
Yeah, let me call Tiana.
Oh Lord.
Let me call Tiana.
You know I can't see Sarita. I'm squinting. Hey.
Tiana gonna say, what the hell?
We gonna play the video first, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna call her.
She really calling somebody.
I am. I'm calling her. Yes, I'm charging my phone.
See, this is what happens when you go live. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It's real life, y'all. We gonna text her.
All right.
So how we looking for her?
Anyway, send her the link, Ree. But friendship boundaries. I think last week Opal kind of opened the door for it, so we was like, let's just keep it going. And it's a good topic. I think it's a good topic, and we're gonna have some interesting conversations tonight. So,
I got a video for y'all to watch to get your perspective, and also well, actually, I'm not going to talk about the video. We're going to watch it and see what you guys' thoughts are on it as well. Get your opinions on how y'all feel about friendships. You know, we talk about relationships a lot, but we don't really talk about a friendship is a relationship as well.
Yeah.
And the same amount of work that you would put into keep your man and keep him happy. Why can't you do the same thing with your friends? You know, so let's see what's going on.
Each other's mirror. You know what I mean? I can't see me. And in relationships is to be each other's mirror. You know what I mean? I can't see me. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's like to experience me. I only know my experience, but I don't know what it's like to experience me. And so, true friendship, I show you. If your friend has something they knows, or if they lace was a little off, or you know what I'm saying, they track was showing, or you know what I'm saying, we gonna help them. We gonna say, girl, you know, but we so intimidated by truth. Yeah. We don't want to be truthful. Yeah. Like, we gotta be truthful. Friend, you ain't doing right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as the friend on the other side, you have to receive the truth. Yes. And that's not, that doesn't always feel good. Yes. And what I'm learning is that the more we progress in society, the more people are offended by truth. Yes. Truth is truth. And if you love me, you tell me the truth. If I got something in my nose, tell me. If my attitude is jacked up, tell me. Yeah. Whatever it is, tell me. If you love me, because love deals in truth. Yeah. The word says that. Yeah. We gotta be truthful with each other and be each other's mirror, and don't be afraid of response. Maybe my friend is gonna reject me. Maybe this might end up. But if there's true love, fear can't operate. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And if I really love you, I'm not even gonna be afraid of what your response is. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not speaking from. I ain't made it out yet. Jesus, I'm in it. I'm learning it now. Oh, she put that mirror in front of me. I said, oh, God. And in relationships.
Okay. So I'm curious to hear what you guys feel about that. I know that we are talking about boundaries, but what I liked about the video was that she says, like, friendship is basically like a mirror. You know, you can't always see yourself. Your friends is looking at you. And there's a lot of times that you can see something in someone that they don't see in themselves. But for me, it's when she stated that people don't really like hearing the truth. So that actually is like that's something I can't deal with. It's very difficult for me to deal with when people cannot accept honesty. It's very difficult for me when people cannot look within. Like, you gotta be able to check yourself. Yeah. Like, you really, really do. You gotta be able to check yourself. it's difficult for me to have a friendship with someone that I cannot correct. People don't like the word correct because they feel like, who are you? I'm your friend. And you could correct me too because I'm not always right. We all need correction. So for me, that's a big deal for me. That because it just comes to a point where that means that I just can't speak to you. You're really just a good time.
Yeah.
And that's it. That we really don't have a relationship. You're really just a good time if I can't speak to you. And like one of the things that I really just never understood because for myself, I have, I guess, been the friend where I say too much sometimes. Um, and you know that is something I had to check myself on. Like everything doesn't require you to say something about but at the same time, it's like I'm not going to even say at the same time because I'm not trying to make an excuse for it. I had to check myself on that and realize that everything does not need a response. Everything does not need correction. Like sometimes you just gotta let people be who they are. But at the same time, it's like that's just really, really a big deal for me. Not being able to keep it real with you. When people get offended, it's like, how can you even get offended when we're supposed to be friends?
Yeah.
And I always bring this back. For people that know me, they know for sure. I always compare friendships to relationships. It's very different in the sense of having an intimate relationship and having a friendship. But where I notice is why we don't fight for our friends like we fight for our partner. I love my friends. I love my friends, and I'll do anything for my friends, and I'm gonna have my friends back. And just like my partner can't correct me, so can my friend. But yeah, that's a really, really big deal for me. A person that cannot check themselves, a person that won't check me, a person that got me out here looking crazy, and like the next day it's like, damn, why you ain't tell me? I didn't know how, or I thought it was funny, or yeah, that's a problem for me. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Opal.
Hi, ladies.
He says
Thank you
something.
for joining.
Having friendships where they can check you, correct you, and take time to help you, I think is dope. It helps you to grow. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I always say, what good is a person that you cannot use? We're supposed to be using each other, not abusing.
But that's what the boundaries.
Yeah,
that's what the boundaries
not
come in.
right. Not abusing, and that's something we can definitely get into. What is abusing and what is using? Because what good is a friend that you can't go to something for?
Yeah,
or learn something from. So yeah, there is a difference. Opal said that was hard for me, learning that not everyone needed not everything. Excuse me. That was hard for me learning that not everything needed a response. Yeah, I agree with that. Like now, I'm really at the point. I mean, I'm gonna speak how I feel about things, but I can sit there and just watch things and don't say nothing either. Especially if I see that this is just your character and this is how you're gonna move. I'm not gonna constantly say things. I'm not.
yeah. I have lost a lot of relationships that I thought were like friends, and it might have been because I realized it was one-sided, there was no boundaries, or maybe I spoke up and said something that they didn't like. And like Melissa said, I feel like if we fight for our relationships, our romantic relationship, you'll put up with certain things. But as a friend, if I can't tell you like, hey, this is a line, this is a boundary, please don't cross it, and then you stop speaking to me, then were you ever my friend? Were you ever my friend? And that's something I question in the relationships that I did lose, or I don't even say I lost, but they're no longer in my life for those reasons. And I question, like, were you ever my friend? And because I'm the person that I'm loyal, I give, I show up, I show out. But then the one time I don't, it's like I'm the worst person in the world. So either you stop speaking to me. So I think that kind of goes into the boundaries. Like, and even for myself, I had to check myself. Like, maybe I am giving too much to these friendships. So when I do say no, it's hard for them to understand, like, oh damn, she said no. So I think the boundaries could go both ways too. Like, I'm doing too much, so now you think that I'm always gonna do something to show up for you. Or you crossing the boundaries where you requiring so much from me that when I don't say yes, it's a problem.
Micah, hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Micah.
She said, I didn't realize so many people had surface level deep friendships. And then what did she say? I didn't realize that just because someone, I'm sure there's more to that.
Well, she going there. Micah, wait, Micah. Should we
Hold
bring
on.
her
I
up?
didn't realize that even though some people have been friends for years, that the relationship is only surface level deep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. That's a thing. Trust me.
Opal says we use the term friends very loosely. Agreed. Everyone's definition of friendship is different too. Well, what is a friendship?
I think I'm gonna drop the link for people who want to come up because I feel like y'all got some stuff. To
I
say.
agree, Opal. Friendships, friends, acquaintances, and well, what's a situationship?
Wait, what Opal
Tell me
said?
that.
What Opal said?
She said friends. Opal, would you like to come up? You said friends, acquaintances. What's I don't know what a situationship is. When I think of situationship, I'm thinking a Jada Pinkett and all this.
Alcina.
Alcina.
That is a situation.
Is that what we talking about, Opal?
I just dropped the link, so if you want to come up, Opal, come on.
Oh, it's okay, Micah. It's okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, Opal, or if you're unable to, if you could just explain what that means. So, Micah, are you saying like all your friends that you've had for years, your relationships are really still good? Is that what you're saying? It's just like and that it goes back to friendships are there. It's part of a relationship. It is a relationship. So just like when you're with someone, you're in a romantic relationship with someone, and years down the line, you're like, who is this person that I'm actually with?
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Victoria.
D.
D said, I was struggling with that for the longest. I am a person that also goes above and beyond, and I recently started pulling back thanks to our conversations. But now I feel like I struggle. You're struggling with what?
The balance, probably finding the balance, because that's hard for a lot of people, I think.
What are you struggling with? Say it again. Listen, y'all.
Isn't that Opal?
Opal's here.
And Micah.
Okay, I'm gonna put Opal. I see you here, Micah. You're not being ignored, but I'm gonna bring Opal up first, so we just don't have too many people up at once. Okay, so everybody can get a chance to see.
Girls.
Opal, you live in a car?
Y'all are not gonna judge me. Y'all are gonna love me and just accept me and just know me. That's it. To know me is to love me.
Yeah.
I just want to know: do you live in the car?
You stay in the car.
mean, I keep things in the car so that just in case, yes, I could.
So we're not gonna be able to. You ain't gonna be able to turn your camera on
in like 5 minutes. But situationship, right? For me, would be like those people that you encounter frequently due to other situations, right? Whether it be work, whether it be mutual friends that are your friends, and say every time they have a get together, you're coming because of them, but y'all see each other, but you're cordial. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes those boundaries can be blurred as well, because now we're having to see each other a little bit more. We're not actually friends, we're not actually acquaintances, but we see each other enough to where we have to be cordial. I put those in the situationship for me.
So what's an acquaintance?
Acquaintance is somebody that I say I met them through a mutual friend, but then we exchange numbers for various reasons. Say we have children that may go play baseball together, so we have something a little bit beyond the situationship. Now we're acquaintances. Oh, I know this lady that I can go walk with every once in a while at the park. We're not, we don't talk about personal things, but I feel comfortable enough to walk with her.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I
So acquaintance is different from a situationship.
For me, yes.
Okay.
I never actually heard of a situationship as a
Female relationship.
right. I just
Friendship.
thought it was more romantic.
But I kind of get what you're saying. Like I met you through somebody, and I might see you here. I might speak,
And we can chit chat, right? But there's still some levels of, definitely the boundaries are a little bit more, especially if you notice like certain behaviors about that person. Maybe they may say, if they're a partyship type person where you see them all the time when you go to somebody's social event, and you know that they tend to get liquored up and get a little loose and a little loud. You know what I'm saying? There could be some extra boundaries right there. We are, look, you smile, Melissa, because everybody knows one. Everybody got somebody around them that's like, here they go.
You're right about that, but that word loose is funny to me.
Yes.
You said they get a little loose.
Yes.
That word is
well, let's get back on like just boundaries in real friendships, like not situationships, not acquaintances, but like a real friend. What are the boundaries that you feel like are important or necessary?
To be honest, my boundaries with my friends differ.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with how we treat each other in general, like how we communicate, because some people I can talk a little bit more freely with, and some people I feel like I have to keep certain topics we don't need to talk about, because either you don't know how to talk to me about that topic, or I don't know how to receive what you're saying in that topic. Because it can be both ways. Sometimes I'm the problem, and I acknowledge that, and I'm working on me. I mean, it just is what it is, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's communication is how we talk to each other, because I have some friends that are a little bit more sensitive than others, and then I have some that are a little bit rougher than others. You know what I'm saying? Some friends that will talk with their hands. No, not you. Wait, where'd I go?
Right.
So it's how we communicate with each other, and then there are moments where it's like, hey, when we get ready to have this conversation, I need to know where you're at. Friends that are actually going to take the time to hear you out, check in with you. Where's your mental today? Because I don't want to just dump all my stuff on you. Sometimes your friends think that you always gonna be there. I ain't gonna say punching bag, but they always want to lay their burdens on you.
Some friends. Yeah.
I have a boundary with that. Don't call me all the time. Every time you call me, you crying, or you got something negative, or like, what about my life?
Complaining, a complaining friend,
or like always something going wrong in their life. So every time they call you, they want you to hear their problems. They crying and this and that.
Yes. That can be draining. That could be draining.
Yeah,
like, check in before you dump, before you trauma dump. Check in with me and see what kind of space I'm in first.
But how do you create that boundary with that friend? Because you know that when the phone rings, that friend probably calling with a story. How do you create that boundary with that friend?
Communication, because I can't hold anybody accountable for something I haven't told them. So as I'm growing and I'm learning myself, and I'm learning, because boundaries, I'm gonna be honest, boundaries is new for me. I may have only started implementing boundaries maybe in the last 5 or 6 years. It was something I had to learn I had to learn the value of, and then learn what I needed for myself, and then learn how to articulate that. So I have to reteach a lot of people how to love me and be my friend, right? So I have to give them that benefit of the doubt to talk to them and express to them how I'm feeling and what that makes me feel when they do this, et cetera, et cetera. So once that conversation has been had, then there also has to be grace given and time given for that to be implemented, because it's not an overnight fix. I didn't learn it overnight. I can't expect somebody to change overnight. So there's those levels with grace, but I communicate. It all come back to communication. And then once I realize you ain't trying,
what happens to the friendship?
It depends. It depends on other variables, like, are there children involved? Because I can back all the way up and not talk to you ever in life. I've done that with some people, but I also can start putting boundaries, as in like less communication. Put you on more of a surface level, like Michael was talking about, surface level. Oh, hey girl, checking in. All right, bye. You know what I'm saying? Not feel comfortable to express what's going on in my life, not to my deep secrets anymore, or what's making me cry at night.
Let's go back to I could cut you off and never speak to you again, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's like, was that really a real friendship? Because I'm gonna talk about you and I. Me and Opal been friends for over 15 years, right? And we recently had not recently, maybe last year, we had a conversation about our boundaries. Because I feel like for a long time, we didn't define any boundaries in our friendship. And last year, we kind of had a conversation about defining boundaries and what our friendship looks like or whatever. And we didn't stop speaking. We had a little awkward week or 2 or 3, but because we love each other and because we care about each other, it didn't ruin us. It didn't. I would have never in my mind said, I'm never speaking to you ever again. Because you know what I mean? So I feel like the ones that you can say, I'm racking up and I ain't never speaking to you again, was that really a true friendship? Because if go ahead.
What I think that even those can still have been true friends, but you may have outgrown them. Because how we became friends may not be where we're at today, right? We may have became friends in school. We may have became friends at work. We may have became friends through other situations, and we may have outgrown each other because people outgrow each other. People, just like in relationships, people can be in love. People get divorced all the time not because they don't love each other or they've cheated or whatever. They just outgrown each other and they choose to no longer want to be together. So I think that is a possibility to have, yes, had a real friendship at one point. You just have outgrown each other and went separate ways.
Yeah, but if you outgrow them, can you just put them on the outside of the circle and just know their role at this point? Do you have to not speak to them ever again?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, sometimes putting them on the outside and just checking in from time to time, it grows into really just not speaking again and speaking when we see each other. If we bump into each other, it's still love. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna greet you, we could hug, whatever, but then I check you later and that's it. I mean, I have I'm like that with quite a few people. Like it's no
ill will,
it's
right?
nothing, but we just kind of lost touch with each other. But when we see each other, it's all love. So I definitely
you know what? That's true because I have a friend that I've been friends with for a long time. Like looked at her like a sister friend, and one day I decided to be like, "Hey, XYZ, YYZ, YZ, XY," right? And she didn't take it nicely. She didn't. And I didn't come from a bad place. It's just if I see something in you, that goes back to the video with mirroring. If I see something and I'm calling and I'm letting you know, like, hey, that don't really look that cool, whatever. And she kind of just backed up for me. But she was at my house last weekend for my son's going away party. So but we don't speak no more. We don't say hi throughout the week. We don't comment on each other's posts or nothing. But she was welcome in my home because she's always been welcome in my home. But if you felt the need to like not speak to me or fall back because I voiced something that I saw negative about you, then that's on her. But I ain't mad. If I see her, if she calls me and say, hey, let's go to dinner, I'll go to dinner. But now I know where we are.
I just want to respond to some of these messages. 1 second, Opal Vicky, because I did ask her before what was she referring to. Hey Denise.
Hi Denise.
Hey Tiana.
Hi Tiana.
I was looking for you last week, girl. I did ask Vicky when she stated that now I feel like I struggle, and I wanted to know what she was referring to, and she responded and said, struggle to show up genuinely. You mean for yourself? Are you struggling to show up genuinely for yourself? Is that what you mean, Vicky?
Or does she mean show up genuinely with other people? Because sometimes you can be in certain spaces and not feel safe enough to be yourself. So you put up a mask or you put up a wall or guard or however you want to word it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what she said. And let me just go through these comments. Micah said, I realized that about my mom's friendship, and she's been friends with these people all my life. Micah also said, Micah's name dropping. We had a weird moment for a sec when you started hanging heavy with Kia.
I'm supposed to drop names.
Oh, wait, who had a weird moment? Me and you? I don't remember that. What the hell? Wait, hold on. Wait.
Micah, you know this is like public. Like
she don't give a damn.
Micah always been and
bring her up. Please bring her up.
I'm gonna bring her up. Let me just respond.
Yeah, pull her up. I'm a mute.
Okay, Vicky. we're gonna bring Micah up, but I don't want your comment to get lost. You said that you struggle with other people,
Yes.
being genuine with other people.
Oh, so once you create that boundary,
Yeah, you know what it is, Vicky. Me actually knowing you personally, I think that I don't even have to say no offense because you're not gonna take offense to it. I think that you're a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you're struggling now because you realize where the people pleasing, what position it has put you in, and now you're trying to stand your ground. But it's a process. But I'll tell you this: you shouldn't even feel like you're struggling to make for yourself. You're doing this for yourself because you see how they're doing you.
Yeah, don't worry about the other people. Put yourself first.
Put them feet down, 10 toes.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring up the name dropper.
Hi, Micah.
I mean, I didn't say a last name, and it wasn't bad. It was just
Last name. We all know who that is.
I don't.
exactly. Two of y'all do. So let's be clear.
What happened?
But like I said, it wasn't a bad thing.
What
But
happened?
no, it was like y'all was hanging out like real heavy, and I was like, oh, but I was here first. Why we not? We don't hang out like that.
Is this right when I had JoJo?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Micah.
But you had said you were like, well, no, she just started. She was reaching out to you more or something like that, I think is what you said. And I was like, oh, I get that because I think it's just because of the nature of the jobs that I've had, because they've always been jobs where you have to talk all the time. So when I'm at home, I don't necessarily think about calling to talk to people. I'm more of a texter to check in and talk to people.
Yeah.
And I can get lost in relationships like that. So I recognize that. And when you said that, I was like, oh, okay. I see that.
And I think I was training her at work too. So we spending more time like talking and stuff like that. That's funny. I never knew you felt that. I mean, it's not, you say you're right. It's not bad. But look, we still here 10 years later, 12 years later. I think that's when I first had JoJo. Because that's when I lived at 1082 in that community there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know what you're talking about. Not you dropping names though.
I mean,
Heavy name dropping.
But yeah, no, the other thing was just because my mom has been friends with these group of women. It's like 5 of them, and they've been friends my whole life. So even beyond that, so we're talking about 60 something years they've been friends, and things that I would say to my friends, my mom wouldn't say to her friends. And I'm like, but y'all been friends for years. Like, why don't you feel comfortable saying that to this person, or, being honest about whatever it is that you're going through with that person? I'm like, I feel like they would understand. And she's like, nah, she would have rather to create a lie than to tell them the truth and have to deal with the conversations of that truth.
I thought they was just not saying nothing because they had boundaries, but they lying.
That's something
different. That's different. Yeah, that's something.
Like just for example, like say I had told my friends I was going to visit somebody, and then that date comes around, they don't hear from me, but they don't see me posting that I went to go on that trip. Then they're calling me, but I'm not answering because I didn't go on the trip because I didn't have the money. But I didn't want to tell nobody I didn't have the money.
I go always, you always got a story, child.
She do.
My whole life is a story.
Obviously.
Most of y'all aren't even privy to the real stories that have happened in the last 6-9 months, which were really crazy, but that's for another day.
You gotta save those for other topics, other episodes.
Yeah, don't give it all.
Yeah.
Stick to the friendship boundaries tonight.
Yeah, so that was just weird to me, because I would have thought if you've been friends for that long, like there wouldn't be anything that's off topic.
Well, let me ask you this. Sorry, I just don't want to forget anybody up here. But let me ask you this: as we're going through boundaries, what is one boundary that you have for your friends?
Mhm.
And Opal, you're listening, and this is for the chat as well. The boundaries that you guys have, do you respect it for your friend, or do you think it doesn't apply to you?
Mm, I
Uh,
don't know that I've had to set up too many boundaries with friends. Um,
I'm gonna
yeah,
answer. Let me answer why you
yeah.
think. I feel like for me, one of my, and this is forever, not even just now in this present relationship, I have relationship boundaries. There's certain things that I won't talk about with my friends about what's going on in my relationship because I feel like it's certain things that they don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's private. So I think that's one of my big boundaries. Like I'm not gonna talk about everything that goes on in my relationship. Because and then we all know as women, I tell you something, and it's like we remember, especially the bad stuff. You're gonna remember the bad stuff that man did, and then be like, "Girl, he did this, did." But you're still with him, right? So I always kept it to very minimal on when I talk about my relationships, and that's just a thing for me. But like other things, I think it depends on the person. It depends on how much we talk. Like me and you, Michael, we don't talk every day. But when we talk, we get into the stories that's going on with our life. But me and Opal, we talk every day. She knows everything inside out, up and down, back and forth. And me and Melissa, it was a new friendship, but we still talk every day. We still learn each other, still growing. But it's nothing that I'm not opposed to sharing with her. So I think it kind of depends on your friendship, where you at. And I think Opal kind of touched on that earlier. And certain people can't take on certain things, so you kind of just keep your mouth closed.
I want to comment on that when you said like sharing. So when you are in when you do have a partner, there's a lot of things that are personal between you and your partner that outsiders should not know. There are things as girlfriends that we do share with each other, and this partner might do something that you kind of need to kick it to your girlfriend with, depending on your friendship and the type of partner that you have. And what I mean by that is, if you're like constantly, if it's like a constant and it's like something serious, then I'm gonna be talking to like
Yeah.
But I also, depending on the situation, like I've had friends and people come to me about relationship, and my first instinct is not to run. But again, it depends. Like if it's something crazy, but it's more so like, did you try this? Did you try this? Because everybody's human.
Yeah.
People gonna mess up. People getting to know each other. You cannot run away from everything. Like relationship is a give and take. A relationship is compromise. A relationship is sacrifice. So if you're looking at me like, man, she's staying with him, but now if you out here getting your ass beat, or he just out here doing you dirty. Hey, Janae, did I say that right?
Yes, my sister. Hi,
Hey,
Janae.
sis. It's our sister. Hey, sis.
That's been one of my hurdles.
What?
Finding that balance of being a friend to show up for my friend and stay kind of like in my place when it comes to like their relationships. When I feel like my friend is either one, accepting bad behavior, or two, being dumb for bad behavior, I have had the biggest struggle with still showing up in a friend space because I tend to want to be a protector.
Yes.
And in that protector mode, I want to like,
Yes.
what we need to fight. You know what I'm saying? Why are you dealing with that? When sometimes I just need to show up and be just a ear or a shoulder. And I have struggled in that space because I be one. I mean, I am single, so don't take my advice. I mean, let's be honest, people. Yeah, I'm the problem, and I acknowledge my faults that I my.
Accountability is the first step.
Hmm. But I'm getting better. I'm learning.
That's the whole purpose, is to learn. If you if you're gonna keep saying the same thing year after year, month after month, then you're not wrong. You know, so it's good that you're able to recognize your fault because we all have them. It's a
And it even comes time like where I'll be like, well, if I really don't know what that person needs from me, and I know my friends have kind of looked at me sideways, I literally will say, what is it that I can do? Or what is it that you need from me? Because clearly what I've been doing ain't working, or clearly how I think and feel is not how you think and feel. So I need for you to lay it out for me because I may not know.
I
But
like that.
so
I can.
so okay.
Hey,
I'm glad you said that because I have a friend who been a friend in my life for a long time, and I'm learning later in this big old age that the friendship isn't what I thought it was, right? And it was one-sided. I'm giving, I'm showing. And to me, it would be so easy for you just to say, hey, I need this, or hey, this is what, but she didn't. And the friendship is basically non-existent now. But it's like, how much can we do? How much can I say, hey, what do you need? You okay? You good? You this, and nothing's being reciprocated before you be like, okay, enough is enough. How much you gonna take?
It's a two-way street. My biggest
Only
thing
you
for
know that
lasting
answer.
is reciprocation. We gotta reciprocate.
We gotta do what?
Reciprocate.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. You know what I mean.
What you eating?
Listen, hunty.
You sound like some crackers.
This
I
is
got chicken salad and Doritos,
Oh,
and then I have homemade Olive Garden soup.
homemade Olive Garden soup.
so it's homemade soup. Minestrone.
It's the one with the
Zupa.
yeah, that one right there
I'm with the who?
Zupa Toscana.
with the kale. You know,
With the
Michael always cooking. I'm not sidetracking, but Michael, y'all want to eat something? Michael cook.
Be cooking. Michael do be cooking.
And be making all the weird stuff, but I love it.
Friendship should never be one-sided. No one should be constantly taking and not showing up on the giving side. Boom. Facts. I agree. Well, let me ask a question. I'm taking it somewhere else. For the ones that know me that's in the chat, I don't know. I know Vicky's here, so I expect an answer from Vicky, Kim, Denise. I'm not sure who else is here, but like, let's have a moment of keeping it real. Opal said earlier about like being a little too rough or being a little too sensitive, and just approaching stuff. What is something that you guys feel that I can do better as a friend? I like how Opal says she just says that. Put me on blast, y'all. What is something I can do better as a friend? Am I too rough? You look like you got something to say. You got something to say?
You're not too rough. You just very. So I'm gonna say this. Melissa and I met through a mutual friend, right? And for years we kind of been in the same room, but never really talked because you have this nonchalant. I don't.
You chalant?
I'm not chalant, but
okay.
Not you chalant. You have this nonchalant. I don't really mess with people really too much. Demeanor about you. But once I got to know you, I know that's not who you are. But I think for the longest time, I had this assumption about you. And, we spoke about this. And I don't even know how you can, I don't think that's something you could change because it's who you are. But it could come across in the beginning if somebody don't know you that like, oh, she's a little.
Is it, do I have resting B face?
Yes.
Or is it my, like, everything, my persona, like, or is it my face?
It's your face.
I think it's more than your face. I think it's just you're very matter of facty, like boss baddie. Like you're very
She directed to the point.
yeah. So if a person doesn't know you and they don't have an environment that allows you to either let that down, not be in boss mode, to see you in other spaces, then they may not be able to see past that, like get the other side of Melissa. But because when I first met you, I was she liked me when I do. But you were very assertive in creating conversation and creating a safe space for me to be like, oh, she actually, is interested in getting to know me or sees me and this and that and this and that and in conversation. I was like, oh, she cool. Like she like to have fun. She like to, what I'm saying, dance and party and talk and sing and dance.
I used to be a dancer. Not on the show. Now
I was gonna say, what?
let me clear this up.
Yeah.
I wasn't a pole dancer. But I used to be a dancer. I don't know if Tamika in here. Tamika used to be a dancer too. We used to be dancers.
The comments are coming in. Let's see what people have to say about you.
So, Hadi. The friend accountability and vulnerability is beautiful. It is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Denise says, RBF runs in the family. Yeah, Denise got it strong. Okay, Tiana. I relate to Melissa. We the same, no nonsense and direct, but have the biggest heart. Yes, okay. I personally love, this is from Kim. I personally love you as you are. You've been this way since we were 14. You give vibes of don't talk to me. Damn, y'all. But once someone gets to know you, they will see that your heart is huge. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I asked y'all this question. You have a lot of great smell. Thank you.
Who said that?
Ree. You have a lot of great smell. If people don't know you, you are very direct and matter of fact. But getting to know you, you have emotional intelligence. Thank you. Oh, yes. When I first met Mel through a friend, I was intimidated by that energy. But once I got to know her, I had to keep her. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, Big D. That's sweet.
Dang. You gotta say, dang.
Now I want to know what they say about me.
You're not biased and you do see both sides and not a yes person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's good to know how people, or your friends, like I don't care how other people, but it's good to know how people that you care about and love actually feel about you.
Now I want to know about me. What's the question you asked?
You gotta come with your own question.
Oh, as a friend. As a friend, how do I show up and is there anything I could do better?
I ain't asking. What do you have to do?
Go ahead, Opal.
Go, Micah.
Because look, your mouth was like,
I was laughing.
Opal was ready. Go ahead, Mike.
Baby, I love you. You will give your all for if you like really rock with people. And I've seen you rock with people who, in my moments where I was, figuring stuff out on how to be protective and not protective, where I felt like they didn't deserve nothing you were giving them, and you continuously show up like that's just you're just that type of person that just shows up for people regardless of what's going on. You're still going to show up like you genuinely care about people. What you could do better, I think you've done a lot of work on yourself in general, and it shows in how you communicate and show up and handle, or not handle, that's a bad word, but you know what I'm saying, it shows through your energy.
Yeah.
I think you're doing just fine where you're at.
Thank you. Sweet.
T definitely shows up for where we at. T definitely shows up for people and has a more. That's from Ree. I don't think she finished what she was saying. I get that from you as well. I think you were very welcoming to not just myself but my children. You absolutely made us feel. I didn't feel like I just met you. I didn't feel, even though, like you said, we've known each other for years, we never hung out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've known you for quite some time. We actually have a lot in common that I didn't even realize that we did. But yeah, I think you were very welcoming. I always thought you was cool. I actually think you have like a seriousness when people first meet you. But I get that vibe too from her. That very generous. She's a very generous person.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
To Shonda, I've known you for years, but it was just a high and by. This is from Kim. Bonding with you last year was everything. You are such an amazing person, and I love how you love people. I love you, girl.
Oh, thanks, Kim. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you, Nurse Kimmy.
I'll echo a bit of what Opal said. When you do mess with people, heavy on the when you mess with them. You definitely show up for them. You definitely show up for them. No questions asked. You know, you're there for whatever, if you can be. And also, you know, like Opal has said, I see the change in you. I see the happiness, like just the true calm, just happy with your life and just a different peace that you didn't have before. So I know, you know, that was a challenge and was something that you needed, not just for the people in your life, but for yourself. And I don't know, I just feel like when you have good people around you, they just make you better, or at least make you want to be better.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about not just you, but also Opal. You know, you guys are different in different ways, and you parent differently, you do all kinds of things differently, but it just goes to show that we don't have to be just one way. And no, it's been a pleasure to know both of you, and I know coming to Area 4 wouldn't have been the same without you. It was you definitely made the evening shifts go by quicker, because if you weren't there, I'd be like, but I mean, we bonded over different things. Having a boy, we lived close to each other. Yeah, just a bunch of different things. So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Victoria said, man, since I met you, your attentiveness and big heart showed from the first meetup. Very warm and welcoming personality. You stuck with me too. Laugh out loud.
Hey, love you, Big D. Thank you.
Y'all with these names, y'all. Big D.
I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. You know, I'm a what I said at the retreat. You can only be you because everybody else is taken. And I just could be myself.
And why wouldn't you want to be yourself, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to be yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be other people? You may want to, like, you see certain in other people that you might want to take on, but be yourself.
Yeah.
Some people don't know who they are.
Oh, I've learned that.
And I think that comes to play with the boundaries too. Figuring out who you are, because baby, if you one of them flip floppity with child,
not child.
No, but that's
all right,
that's a real thing where there's people that really just don't know who they are. I don't know. I don't even know what they think. I don't know.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, I don't even know what they think. Like, do they think they know who they are? Like,
so what do you do with a person that's in your life but don't really know who they are? What do you do? Where do you put them?
It depends on where I'm at. That's when I have to evaluate what kind of space I have. Do I have the patience, the tolerance? You know what I'm saying? To be able to give them grace, to be able to give them patience. Because everybody has seasons. Sometimes you don't want to deal with people. Sometimes you have a season where it's like, it's about me, F everybody else. I'm not taking nothing, my peace, you know, all these things. And in that season, I may not have time for them. I had respectfully, I'll call you, or I'll, you know, may answer the phone every once in a while, or I may, if you're not receiving what I'm saying or what I'm giving, because everybody don't understand seasons or how to respect the seasons. It just depends on where I'm at.
That's true. Hey, Tiffany. I see Tiffany got a story.
Hi,
Hi,
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Thank you for joining.
You want to read it?
You know I can't.
Hi, Tiffany. So Tiffany says, in my 20s and 30s, I held my friendships, but now in my 40s, I have less. I do believe that as you grow in life, you can outgrow a friendship, as I am currently dealing with and trying to see how to let the friendships go without hurting the person.
Tiffany, me
I
and
think
Tiffany,
Tiffany need to come up and tell her story because I think we all have had that happen before.
Tiffany do need to come up. But me and Tiffany been friends. She was 16, I was 17 when we met.
Tiffany, do you mind if
You want to come up and talk about this story that you... Michael, we're going to move you down. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next Thursday. We here every Thursday.
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah, don't forget about me next time.
No,
Or
just
I guess I won't forget about myself.
subscribe to the channel and you're going to get the alert.
Yes, and everybody that is actually in the comments, if you have not already, can you please like the video and subscribe. If there is someone that you want to share it to, please do so. But definitely, can you like it while you're here and subscribe to our channel as well.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends. We are here every Thursday, 8:30 Eastern time, and we will be discussing different things. We are absolutely open to you guys giving suggestions if there's a topic that you would actually like to hear or discuss yourself. You are free to always be free. You are free to always come up on a panel if you chose to. So let us know. Tiffany, I don't know if you wanted to join.
Yeah, you just click on that link, Tiffany, that's in the comments if you want to come up and join.
Feel free to do so.
Because I want to talk about it.
While we're here, I'm not sure if Tiffany can come up, or if you don't want to, it's fine. You also do not have to be on camera if you're uncomfortable, or if you just want to put what you were saying in the comments so we can get an understanding.
So no judgment. This is no judgment zone.
But people in the comments, what is a strong boundary for you? And while we're adding that, I'm going a little off topic, but what is a red flag for you in a friendship as well? You can put both of them in the comments. What is a red flag for me in a friendship? I don't really, these are things I just really never thought of, because you always just think about like a romantic relationship. Because I could tell you a list of that.
I think a red flag now. I think a red flag is one of the main things we've been talking about, the friendship just not being reciprocated. Like, that's a red flag. Like, we ignore it because we be like, oh, they going through stuff, or, oh, but like, just reciprocate something.
I know what's my red flag. I spoke about it earlier. Not checking yourself. No, she doesn't want to come up, but she's here.
Okay.
That's fine. Not checking yourself. That's a red flag for me. When Oprah was discussing like a person that complains a lot, there's no way that you can keep complaining about the same thing all the time and you don't evaluate yourself. Yeah. And then when you because I've had those discussions with people, and then when you're like, well, look at this, look at that, it's an excuse after that. Well, this, well, that. Well, I tried this. Well, I tried that. Well, try something else. Like, life is trial and error. You have to keep on trying. You have to keep on pushing. But a complainer, that might be a red flag for me too. Yeah, I can't do the complaining thing. I can't.
Okay, well, since Tiffany not coming up, the one thing I can say to you, Tiff, is put yourself first. Like, you can't keep allowing this person to interrupt your peace, irritate your spirit, whatever, just because it's been longevity. Sometimes longevity don't mean anything. And like Opal said, you outgrow friendships, you outgrow relationships, but you got to put yourself first. She might be hurt because she's not even understanding the things that the way she's not showing up for you. So she gonna probably play like, oh, I don't know what the hell, Tiffany just stopped speaking to me. But you know what it is. So just put yourself first in that situation, and do it with, I guess, care. Handle the situation with care. I don't know if it's love, but just do it with care. What she said?
Laugh out loud. You are more than welcome to talk.
You want to say it? Nah. Skylar gave me a red flag, y'all.
And it's very interesting from an 11-year-old's perspective. Stop laughing. His red flag is when they're attention seeking. When they do a lot to get your attention.
Okay, so that's funny he say that because this is what Tiffany's talking about. This girl that she hangs with, she's very attention seeking from everybody, from men, women, whatever, and she tries to do like a little competition with Tiffany. Like if Tiffany got her hair a certain way, she want to do her hair that way because she want to upstage her.
Oh, well, that's not a fun jam. She's not your friend, honey.
Yeah,
She's in competition.
Yeah.
Sarita said a red flag for me is someone who competes with you. Or the gatekeeping, because they want to always be better. That gatekeeping. Oh, where you got that from? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I don't do this. Like I'm the person that be like, you gotta go here, get this. They got this.
Oh
like,
yeah, people that don't want to share nothing.
Yeah, no information for you to prosper or anything. Like, yeah.
What about that? I think that kind of goes along the lines too. Is that friend is like, I got to be the best one in the friend group. I got to be the cutest. I got to be the smartest. I got to be the best dressed. I got to be like, that's a red flag. Like, girl, bye. Like, we all supposed to be bigging each other up. We all supposed to be showing each other love, and we all the same. Like,
hey, Deacon Brown.
Hi, Shamika. What she said? You know I can't say come
Princess has one too. Princess said always needing something or somebody that's always has problems. Oh, you want to get on?
Princess, right?
No sunshine. Where's the sunshine in your fucking life?
Oh. Princess, we live. Stop cursing.
She said we live. Stop cursing.
Oh, my bad. I apologize.
What's her red flag?
She said always needing something. Don't have no sunshine in their life. They always complaining about something. We talked about that earlier. Always have problems.
Be never there for them.
Always complaining about Debbie Downer.
You got a lot of red flags. I think too, as we get older, certain things we notice more, and certain things we not gonna deal with. Well, like Tiffany said, like when you were in 20s and 30s, we kind of let a lot of stuff go. We didn't pay attention to certain things. But now as we getting older, it's like, oh, I'm good. I see you. I recognize it. I'm not about to let this interrupt my peace or anything else. So I think that definitely plays a role in like at this age, this big old age, as they say.
Like I said, when the support isn't shown across the board, they only clap for you in certain moments. Sometimes you notice that they clap for you if it's something that they already accomplished. You want 2 screens?
Yeah,
okay.
what happened, Opal?
I don't know what I did.
It's okay.
What Tiffany said?
She said thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed. I've
You're
seen
welcome.
that too, where people only support you in certain things, and sometimes it's when they have accomplished it already. But if they haven't accomplished it yet, they don't even know how to cheer you on. Some people really just don't know how. I feel like that too. It could definitely be a form of jealousy. It could be jealousy, hate to use the same. But it could definitely be a form of that. But then that's when it's like, that's not your friend. Because my friend would never be jealous. My friend would admire that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I admire a lot of things that my friends, like when they accomplish things and they achieve their goals, you know, it's inspiring, you know, and I admire it more than looking at it like I'm jealous. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm happy for my friend.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So I don't even understand that when people operate like that.
Love you too, Shamika. Did we say that already? At least I can see it.
Oh, you saw that?
I can see it.
Hey, Shamika, how you doing, Shamika? Shamika, what's a boundary for you? What's a boundary for you, Denise? What are the boundaries that you have for a red flag in a friendship?
While they're waiting to answer, here go just a random thought, because y'all know I'm always thinking stuff. The balance between when you sacrifice your boundary for your friend.
Mm.
An
That's
example, like what Michael was saying, showing up, right? Say showing up is coming to an event or coming somewhere, whatever, sending money, don't have the money, never have the money. Showing up to an event, I'm always tired or I always got something else to do. Like when you're willing to sacrifice your own boundary to not dip into a budget or not cut, y'all get what I'm trying to say. When you're willing to just sacrifice for your friend.
so you.
That's
That's a red
exactly.
flag. You saying that's a red flag?
I think when they're not willing to sacrifice,
Oh, if
right?
it's reciprocated.
Not reciprocated. Yeah,
I think that you sacrifice in relationships. I do think so. Whether it's a romantic or friendship, I think it's sacrifice. That's love.
absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Micah said I have more boundaries with family than I do with my friends.
I do too, Micah. Sure.
I feel like I have actually more boundaries in a relationship, a romantic relationship, than I did do with my friends. I feel like I could actually sit here and tell you and give you a list of things that I will have boundaries with, and red flags and deal breakers. Shamika says some other red flags is if the person will always tell you to watch out for everybody else because supposedly the other people are talking about you, but in reality they are engaging in the convo too.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So I had a friend. Well, I hate saying it's a friend and they not around no more. That she talked about everybody.
She was your friend, like an ex.
She talked about everybody. And one day I couldn't take it no more. I was like, bro, you got to stop. So in my mind, you're talking about me too. Because if you talk about everybody else, what makes me exempt? So I called her out one day and she got mad at me. And I didn't call her out nasty. I'm just like, why do you have to talk about everybody? Like, what are you gaining by talking it about everybody? And she got mad at me.
Maybe that was all that she could talk about. Maybe she was just a gossiper.
That's annoying.
Maybe that's all she could talk about was people. Maybe
Well,
she didn't have no substance to
but
herself.
but I think it goes back to who you are as a person, because you got to be a miserable son of a something to be just talking about people
absolutely.
all the time. Like,
but with people like that too, when you realize like, damn, we can't talk about nothing else. Their mindset it needs to grow.
Yeah. When
you cannot speak about anything else but a person, yeah, you gotta check yourself, your mindset.
So her not speaking to me no more, I'm cool with that one. I'm good.
Some people, Kim says, some people have to put others down to make themselves feel like something. Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say that could be an insecurity or like like scapegoat, like they're overcompensating for something else that they got going on inside them.
Yeah, they covering up something for that. Yeah, yep, absolutely. But it's annoying because I can't just sit around talking about people, everybody. Like, I mean, everybody. When I say everybody, nobody was exempt.
She had nothing else to talk about.
Well, you need to go read a book or something.
No, but seriously, like it sounds. I mean, I don't know how she is now. Hopefully, that she's outgrown that. But at that time in her life, she really just had no like depth to her. She didn't go read a book or something.
She need to get a hobby. Like I don't understand.
That's
I
why.
don't know if this one falls under being a red flag or if it's just not my cup of tea, but somebody that doesn't have substance. And that go to talking about everybody, but just like never having anything outside of like social media to talk about. Like, can we talk about business? Can we talk about God? Can we talk about something else?
Red flag. That's a red flag.
Just a good time.
Because when can I count on you for anything? Like, when can I call you and really get some advice or
a prayer?
Something. Yes. Yeah, no, that's a red flag. That's definitely a red flag.
Micah said a lot of people have some deep down stuff they haven't addressed, and it shows to everyone but them. I wish more people utilize therapy. What you say, Denise?
Amen, Micah. Amen.
I think my red flags fall in line with what you have already said regarding relationships. Also, seeing when friends are jealous of your accomplishments. Yeah, that's so corny.
That's
one of my favorite words, y'all.
Corny.
Yeah. Some people don't like with me.
Courtney, you say Courtney.
I say corny a lot.
She loves corny.
Yeah, I don't love corny,
No, you love saying.
but I like saying corny because it be good, some real corny
stuff.
Yeah, it really be some corny stuff. I can't take the corny.
And once you corny, you always corny. You can't uncorny yourself.
You can't uncorny.
You can't uncorny yourself.
Urkel uncornied himself.
He's still corny. He's still corny.
He's corny. And he was acting.
Yeah.
He's like it.
In real life, he's corny. Like, I don't care.
He's corny.
Nah, once you corny, you always corny. You do something corny with me, you always corny. But anyway, moving on. This was a good conversation.
It was. What do y'all have? Opal, do you have a suggestion
for next week?
Is there something, anybody? You can put in the
for
comments.
next week.
Is there something that maybe someone
you're
dealing with? Yeah, let's do something juicy.
I want something juicy. What Micah said?
What's juicy?
I don't know.
I love some feedback from Tashana and Opal. We've known each other over 10 years. Are there ways I can show up better?
I think you show up what's within your means. Like if you have it and you like financially or time or energy, like you'll show up. I don't think there's anything you could do necessarily better. I think you do what's within your means.
Yeah. And even, I know stuff that's going on personally in your life. You could have a bad day, a hard day, but you still going to talk, and you want to talk to me about it. You talk about what's going on with me. So, you give what you got, and I do appreciate that about you. I believe you loyal. I do believe that if I needed something, if I needed to talk or whatever, I know you're going to be there. So, yeah. I piggyback what Oprah said. Now, you're a talker now. You're a talker. We get on the phone, probably going to be on the phone 2, 3, 4, 5 hours because you're a talker. But, I appreciate it.
You can't uncorny, Shamika.
I
guess you can't. You can't, I can't say that because you don't feel like maybe when you was growing up there with some people that was corny and then now you see them now, you're like, oh, okay. No, that's not true.
Corny, I think corny is a personality.
Would you call like someone back then that we might have called a nerd? Would you have called that corny? That now is not. They smart. Like you was calling somebody that was like geeky, like a geek. Like you would think they were corny.
Yeah, they still corny as an adult.
Why though? I don't know. Maybe now at this big age, if you corny at this big age, you're corny. But maybe as a child, if you were corny, you go uncorny. No,
not y'all putting the corn emoji.
Who put that? Nobody put that.
What's that?
Those are laughing emojis.
What's this?
Laughing.
Oh shoot, I can't see.
She said the corn emoji.
I'm mad you called that corn.
Yes.
I can't see. Y'all know I got my glasses on. I ain't put my glasses on because I don't want to give y'all the glare. But I literally can only see certain things.
What you consider juicy? Are you looking for like
Rulo will forever?
Girl, he will. He will. It ain't. He can't grow sideburns, curl that hair. He dance.
Yeah,
he will.
Yeah, he's corny. What do we consider juicy?
What is considered? Yeah, is it like controversial or is it dramatic or is it borderline adult? What is juicy?
I think all of them.
What he do?
He a singer.
What he sing? Oh, now this is corny.
He's corny.
Not whack.
Corny reminds me of
whack. But it is.
Yeah.
Corny is whack.
How we got here?
Because I'm definitely gonna go with what Whitney said.
I don't know Jason Derulo.
We're gonna
That's because he's corny.
Yeah. But any topics for next week? Any topic suggestions? Anybody else? Oh, what you got?
My brain is all over the place. You can do when the romance dies in relationship. What do you do?
Leave. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean
spark. You don't want to re-spark it.
No, but I didn't mean that. I didn't.
That's
mean
a good
that.
one.
It was a joke.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What I feel like later. What about when the sex is whack or corny? Bad sex? Are you staying or are you going? Look on face.
What about the intertwining of friendships and relationships? Like your mate don't like your friends, or
That's a
there
good,
may be some type of history there, whatever it looks like, or you know what I'm saying? Like that whole just
that's a good one. Okay, that's 3 good ones. We gonna push around the bulletin board.
What y'all think about those topics? What did she say?
oh, we can talk about these kids, honey. Just want to wring their neck sometimes.
Oh,
What was the first thing you said?
okay.
Oh, when the romance died, you gotta get it back.
Romance says.
What did she
Like,
say?
do you know what I'm saying? Like, how far are you willing to, how to respark?
Sarita
Like,
said,
How about a topic of should I stay or should I leave? You can discuss
Mm.
something that falls under that.
oh, that's good. Sarita said, how about when you get a man and you switch up, start acting funny when you get a man, or get into a relationship, I should say.
There's a lot of women that's like that. And then when that relationship ends, they
You want to
find
come
you
back.
back.
Okay.
If you were talking Opal, you're on mute.
sorry, I was ad-libbing. I was like, hey, don't call me now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Shamika, that's how you feel?
What she said?
My face be killing her. What that mean?
You speak with your face.
I speak to my face.
Stemming from today, how do you manage the relationship and friendship when your friend doesn't like your mate?
That has nothing to do with me. I
Don't
mean,
like your
I don't mind this being a topic of discussion, but I'm keeping it real when I say that. Like, that has nothing to do with me. My friend doesn't have to like who I'm dating. That has nothing to do with me. Now, if they don't like who I'm dating because he's whooping my ass or something like that, they have I'm not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? If you beating up one of my friends, I'm not gonna like you. Whatever the case may be, or you doing my friend dirty, I'm not gonna like you. But if you don't like him, like, what's the reason for you not liking him? You don't like him because what?
Yeah.
You know, are you seeing something with him that I'm not seeing? You know, are you telling me what you're seeing and I'm just being blind? You know, but if it's just like, oh, I just don't like him. I mean,
You know, a lot of times people being related, and that is a conversation because people be in a relationship, they don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Or they see it and they make excuses for it. Oh, they're gonna get better, or it's not that bad.
Yeah.
she said yes. Sarita said F them kids.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
what I want to say, Sarita. That's what I want to say.
But I didn't want to say it because we live and there's no cussing. But I really was thinking the same thing, Sarita. See, we think alike. Thank
Kim
you.
said yes, we F them kids.
Yes.
Why you want to talk about y'all children?
Let me tell me. That was gonna be my poem. When I do a live poetry, my first one is gonna be titled "F them kids."
I'm coming.
How do you recover when a romance ends?
Okay, that's what Oprah said. That's a good
Gotta
one.
find
That
a
might
spot,
be
right. Everything is great, but the sex is.
Ooh, Anybody got time to wait? Didn't this lie? Do you teach them
B.
how much you want to teach?
Hi, BB. Thank you. That's too good.
Glad I only have one. She's talking about she only has one child.
F that kid.
Yeah.
Well, listen. We'll gather and think of what will be the topic for next week, and absolutely keep you ladies and I don't know who else is in here. If there's any gentlemen in here, but whoever's in here, we'll keep you guys posted on next week's topic. But thank you for the suggestions.
Thank y'all for being engaging. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Hit the like button. We appreciate the love. Thank you, Micah and Opal, for coming up. Opal, I know you're gonna be a regular up here because she's part of Courageous Crown. So tell Skylar thank you for his red flag.
And it doesn't have to stop here. Like, you can feel free to hit us up on Instagram, and if you have a suggestion, feel free to. For those who have our number,
Text us, call us.
Yeah, you can send it a DM and Instagram if there's something that you guys just think of. Like, yeah, I would love to hear about that.
Yeah,
let us know. But we'll consider one of these topics. Night to the beautiful ladies on the panel.
Good
and
night.
The beautiful ladies in the audience.
Thank you, Kim.
Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on your way in. Okay.
This is the like button. It looks like this.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Love y'all.
Thank you again.
Thank y'all so
ladies.
much.
And see y'all next week at 8:30. Have a good night.
We'll come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing, car game crazy. Gucci man a flare, won't you tell me see you say chase? When I hit the